We're talking Eagles fantasy football. Welcome to Fantasy Beast session number 2. And obviously I'm an Eagles fan, so I gotta talk about the Birds. So when do you draft Eagle players? When do you take them? Who should you take and why? So I'm going to be talking more PPR league. I believe that a lot of the Eagle players that we have are more pertaining to PPR leagues and stuff like that. I'm going to be talking about the guys that I think they're going to be the most productive on the Eagles and when you should draft them. So the only guy that I would take in a standard league right now, is Torrey Smith. And I believe that Torrey Smith is that type of guy that will get you those big, long, 20-plus yard catches and touchdowns. So he'd be your guy that would have less catches, but a lot of yards, which is obviously what standard's all about. He can get you 3 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. Okay, that's fine in standard leagues by any means. And I wouldn't actually take Torrey Smith until late, maybe after the 10th round, 10th, 11th round, maybe even later than that. And he's going undrafted on a lot of boards. So if you can take Torrey Smith late, it's a steal in a standard league, in my opinion. But we're going to be talking about the PPR standpoint, and a wide receiver, obviously, that you need to take is Alshon Jeffrey. I think Alshon Jeffrey has potential to be a top 10 wide receiver this year, and you can take him in either a standard league or a PPR league, but I think a PPR league is where he will flourish. I think that he will have numbers where he has 10 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He will have those games where he goes for high catches and high yards. So I believe Alshon he'll line up on the edge, and he'll have the nice bombs thrown by him by Carson Wentz. So that's what I like. I like Alshon Jeffrey in a PPR league, definitely. What running back do you take? See, that's the thing this year. Our running back situation is so skewed and so weird. Who do you take? And without a question, you take LeGarrette Blount. I don't think, without any shadow of a doubt, you take LeGarrette Blount. You take him late because we really don't know the situation. I mean, there's still talks of him not making the team, which I think is absolutely outrageous. But I think you take LeGarrette Blount, depending on if you have a keeper league or not. I believe that you should take LeGarrette Blount in the 4th or 5th round. Why not? Do not take Wendell Smallwood. Do not take Donnell Pumphrey. And Sproles, you get him late. But LeGarrette Blount, you can take him in the 4th, 5th round, and he's going to be the guy. He's going to be he's going to be our red zone guy. That's why we brought him in. That's a guy that I think that will flourish. I like LeGarrette Blount. He's our workhorse. Take him. Especially if you're in a keeper league, because if you're in a 10-man keeper league and you have the 20 best guys off the board, LeGarrette Blount is great early and into the 4th round. I mean, if he can fall because you're looking at other guys, take him, man. I honestly really do believe that LeGarrette Blount's going to have a great year for us. Another guy that's going to be very, very good PPR-wise is rookie wide receiver Mack Hollins, who I personally think is going to be a stud this year in fantasy. He has the opportunity to give. He's not going to have a lot of yards, I don't think. I think he's going to be our workhorse to get down the field. Mack Hollins is a big, big receiver from North Carolina. I love him. I love that how he's working in the preseason. I honestly think Mack Hollins has potential to get 10 to 12 catches for 50 yards and stuff like that, to be that workhorse. And that's a lot of points in PPR. You guys have to remember that. Like PPR leagues, it's all about those points per reception. So I think Mack Hollins will be great. And every now and then you might see a touchdown out of him. He's a big dude, man. He's what DGB was supposed to be to us. He is honestly what Dorial Green Beckham was supposed to be. And I really, really like Mack Hollins. Guys I would completely avoid Nelson Aguilar. How many times has he screwed us over in fantasy? Okay, avoid guys like Donnell Pumphrey. Avoid guys like Zach Ertz. Unfortunately, Zach Ertz, he's not a top tier tight end right now because he doesn't produce until late in the season. So it's not worth taking him. It's not worth taking him as a tight end when there's so many other viable tight end options for you to take, like a Hunter Henry or CJ Fedorowicz. I mean, you could even get a rookie like OJ Howard or Evan Ingram, and I think that they would produce more than Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is good for the red zones, but I mean, you can't rely on him all the time, isn't it? You know what I mean? He has his days. So I definitely recommend staying away from Nelson Aguilar, Donnell Pumphrey, and Zach Ertz this year, unless you can pick them off waivers if they're showing that they can move. But it all depends. Sorry, there's a cop that's in my way, just talking. Unbelievable, right in the middle of the intersection. Definitely a guy to take is Carson Wentz. And maybe not Carson Wentz to be your starter because, I mean, let's put it this way. I was in the last draft I just did, I got Marcus Mariota in like the 10th or 12th round. So Marcus Mariota, you know what I mean? I got him late. So if you're running a 2 quarterback league, you take Carson Wentz late because Carson Wentz is going to have a monster year for us, I think. I think he's going to have a lot of passing attempts. He's going to have a lot of completions. He's going to have a lot of those 20, a lot of 200 to 300 yard games. I like Carson Wentz this year. I really, really do. In a 2 quarterback league, no doubt if you can get Carson Wentz, and let's say you take Aaron Rodgers and Carson Wentz, oh my God, that's beautiful in my opinion. But so those are the guys that Matt Collins, Alshon Jeffrey, Carson Wentz, and also Alshon Jeffrey. Another aspect of the Eagles I would take is their defense. I think our defense is going to be very, very well. I think we have a fantastic defensive line. I think that we have the opportunity to get a lot more interceptions this year. I think Philadelphia's defense is honestly going to be top 5, top 7 this year. I honestly do. So, I mean, come on. The season's on Thursday. I mean, I'm really, really excited. The season's on Thursday. Patriots, I believe they're playing Kansas City. So, it's going to be a great day. Football's upon us. Go out, draft. Oh, I didn't even mention when to draft those guys. Take Alshon Jeffrey, man. Take him early. Fuck it. Get him early, man. Take a Matt Collins late. He's not going drafted. He's going undrafted on a lot of boards right now. So, take him if you got him. Take Zach Ertz. Get him off waivers. Take Philadelphia's defense if you can. And go Birds.